Alright, let's just pop in and get started with this one. We're going to play 2 or 3 decks today. I don't know exactly how long we're going to go, but we'll see. I plan to play this as the last Runeterra deck submission I have, and I think we're going to play a little bit more of the Hot Fizz deck that we played yesterday, because I really enjoyed that one. Lord of the Pearl Trident. Thanks to the 19 months. I appreciate that. Welcome. Welcome back. Yeah, I would wonder at that number too, Griffin. How fitting the number of Prime subs. Alright, so what are we playing here? So we've played a burn deck a little bit on stream, was the first deck we played. This deck that we're playing next is more akin to weenie style aggro, if you're familiar from Magic. So we've got a ton of good 1-drops here. So we've got 12 creatures or followers to lead on 1. We've got things like Arena Battlecaster that give all of our followers / allies 1 extra attack and things like this. This is kind of a go wide aggro deck. Lucian is one of our headlining champions here, so I've titled this Lucian Aggro. AVY, thanks for the quarter of a year. I appreciate the support. I'm glad you're enjoying the Runeterra stuff as well. I am for sure. So this level up requirement is see 4+ other allies die, or see Senna die. And when he levels up, during each round, the first time an ally dies, rally, which means you get to attack a second time, and he has double attack, so he hits twice, comparable to 2 double strike from Magic. And then the card he's referring to here, Cena, Sentinel of Light, is just a normal follower who also gets a bonus if she sees Lucian die. So these two cards kind of paired together. I think the Vorthos is they're married or in a relationship or something. I don't know. I'm not super familiar with the League of Legends IP, but they care about each other, and if either of them sees the other die, they get powered up. Quick Attack is similar to First Strike, except it only works when attacking, which is actually I really like it a lot better because it prevents board stalls that you frequently see in Magic. One of the things I think Runeterra really nails as a card game is the length and feel of the individual games. Like, I feel this game has very little garbage time and very little sitting on your hands. Hey, Windowhead. I'm mad at you for going to be hooked on this game. Thank you for the very generous tier 3 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. For keeping me around. I want to rock. Thanks for the 6 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So I think I'm going to replace... Actually, do I want my 5? I think this hand's actually okay. I'm going to keep these. We have 2 1s and a 2.
I'll write my own story. A real battle.
What does an average deck cost? Somewhere between $15 and $30, depending on what you're getting. If you're not familiar with the Legends of Runeterra economy, a number of people that have been free-to-playing it have told me the free-to-play is fairly generous, but past just the free-to-play being very reasonable, the pay-to-play is super reasonable. Unlike most of these other card games, give my support to ally quick attack. Unlike a lot of the digital card games out there, you can you can buy the cards you want directly instead of opening card packs and hoping for wild cards or dusting. You buy in-game currency, and you literally use the in-game currency to buy exactly the cards you would like to buy. So, the way the combat in this game works is, if I play a card, they get a chance to play a card. So there's a balance that you need to strike between wanting to attack before they get to play out more blockers, but also there's upside to playing out your things, because if you play out cards, they can attack the first turn right away if you haven't attacked already. So, in some instances, it's correct to wait. Oh, I sequenced this wrong, right? This could have had Challenger if I would have. When you summon an ally, give this Challenger. Alright, so I sequenced that wrong. Okay, and actually gonna get super punished here for sequencing that wrong and not being able to Challenger this. Because, they got to, block and eat my Lucian, which is unfortunate. There is a bug there, which is weird. They definitely need to fix that. This card turns invisible when it attacks for some reason. We had that happen against us the other day. What did they play there? They played a Culling Strike. Kill a unit with 3 power or less. Sure.
I keep step with the heartbeat of Noxus.
Is the tracker right? Yeah, the extension should be loaded. Is the deck tracker not up? It's working? Okay.
I'm actually here.
And I think we're just playing out the Blightsteel Protector here. Even though the barrier's not particularly useful, because I just want to go wide next turn. Next turn we're going to have 5, so we'll play Quinn out.
Nothing gets between me and my mark.
So Scout, the first time only Scout units attack each round, ready your attack. So I can attack with just these 2, and I'll get another attack because of Scout, right? Because both of these have Scout. This can go ahead and hook this. Showing my support no matter the content here, mostly for Magic, but the Runeterra game looks fun. Thanks for the 19-month shove. Yeah, I understand that. Like I said, the only reason I haven't been doing any Magic is because we're waiting for the client to patch. Once we get that patched, I'm going to be doing a reasonable amount of Magic as well. Frostbite to enemies. Read.
Defend the Empire.
Bow!
Attack with the rest of these.
Protect and strike.
So this card has a mechanic called Challenger, so it lets me make something block it, which is nice. Not attacking with this because it's an 0-1 till end of turn. Yes, I'm aware of what this does. It shows you the order things are going to happen in. Very, very useful feature if you're not familiar with the order of operations in the game. Is there a spell do? Summon a Valor, shuffle a Quinn into your deck.
Many tribes under one banner.
When I'm summoned, grant allies in your deck +1/+1. Sure.
Oh, it is a great day for a reckoning.
Yeah, feel like they're dead. So I'll get to play out. So they currently have the attack. So I'll get to play out my units here, and then next turn I'll get to open on attacking. And then hopefully they should just be dead. We'll take this hit for 6 here.
Explosives primed.
So, because we're coming to a turn where I get to attack now, if I attack first thing, my opponent does not get to play out more champions here.
For the Empire.
They should hopefully just be dead. Again, there's a small bug here. Arena Battlecaster is still hiding here. I don't know why it goes invisible when its trigger happens. Definitely just a bug. So they need to deal with this. Okay. So they frostbit those. opponent's order. Yeah, I was gonna say, they're actually just decks I get to use my burst spell here. Yeah, I agree. The combat system and the turn structure in general in this game has a lot of depth to it. Yeah, I've been enjoying Legends of Runeterra a lot. Oh, the sabotage trigger. Yeah, you're right. The sabotage meant they were just doing the attack without the trick. This game is the most visually stunning digital card game I have ever played. It's very, very well done. I'm gonna replace this. I don't really want to play this out on 2 a lot of the time, I don't think. I guess it guarantees this gets to attack in. Yeah, it's probably fine. I just have a 1, 2, 3 curve. Yeah, this game has an incredible amount of player agency to it.
I have my orders.
So, it's actually a little bit unfortunate here that we are going second, because it means we attack on evens.
You're covered.
It's not too terrible, though. It's fine, we'll go 3 into 3. Opponent is... One of the things I do really like about this game is how, seeing your opponent's champions give you information about their decks. You can make mulliganing decisions that are meaningful, even in a best-of-1 game. So, like, for example, my opponent's playing VI and Heimer, which generally means they're playing a mid-range / control deck. Played a little bit of that archetype yesterday on stream, actually. I'm summoned, create a 4 Decima in hand, give allies 3/3. That's pretty good.
Nothing can stop me.
Tread lightly, strike hard.
This unit is elusive, so I cannot block it unless I have another elusive, very similar to flying. The Belvins, thanks for the 5-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
Sentinels of light.
I get to deploy her, which gives them a chance to do stuff, but then we'll get to go ahead and attack here. I've got a Radiant Burst, Radiant Strike as a combat trick. Yeah, we had sub-only chat off for Runeterra yesterday, and so long as it's reasonable today, we'll leave it off again. My audience for non-Magic games tends to be a little bit smaller. If it's smaller, that means it tends to be less toxic on average. It's unfortunate here that this deals 3, so I can't save Senna with the Radiant Strike. Yeah, if you're one of my regulars from Magic, chat is open right now.
If I must.
So I think I just go ahead and Radiant Strike to save this inside of combat here, rather than trade. So this'll eat this. They'll take 3 altogether. I mean, I understand not having time for other things, right? Like, Magic, and honestly, just card games in general tend to be what I would refer to as a lifestyle game. It's the type of game that can just, like, completely envelop your life if you let it. I really like Runeterra. So, if people aren't familiar with my personal life, my wife is currently 37.5 weeks pregnant, so I'm going to be taking a little bit of time off when the baby gets here, but after I get back from that little bit of paternity leave, I'm definitely going to be integrating some Legends of Runeterra into my regular schedule. I've enjoyed it a lot. And if you haven't caught any of my Runeterra content, it's all up on my YouTube channel and my website, just like all of my Magic and other things. There's a playlist up there with all the Runeterra decks we've played. I'm doing just like I do with Magic, 90 minutes to 2 hours with each deck cut up into individual segments up there. Recall a unit. Sure, this is fine, right? Because I get another 2/1 next turn now.
They cannot hide.
Thanks for being here, Fallacy. I appreciate the compliment. How are submissions going to work for Runeterra? So far, I've done $25 for submissions, just like I'm doing for Magic Arena. But I'll formalize that once I get back from leave. Yeah, I've played a bit on my cell phone. This game has a mobile client that works very well.
Here comes the punchline.
Yesterday she was 37, now she's 37 and a half. Stick to your story. Okay, so these are scouts, so I can hook this and hook this. Because I don't want this to be able to block my Quinn.
You'll pay. Just like
Now I think I'm going to go ahead and attack with everything, because if they want to block this here, I can Radiant Strike it. And if they block this here, they're taking 8 down to 3, which seems great for us. There's 3 copies of this Unyielding Spirit in this submission, and I'm not really sure that 3 of these is correct. It's pretty expensive. It's super powerful effect, but 3 is a lot. My aggro deck, 8 mana. Yeah, I might, the Radiant Strike's been okay. It might be right to have another one of these as a combat trick. Like, the way spell mana works, you can, like, save up and get to 8 a little bit faster some of the time, but...
Get back here. Great. Now let's get back out there.
Yeah, this deck does not really have much spell mana. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and swap that. Is the overlay... Some people are saying the overlay is working, some people aren't. Is there an issue with it? Does it, despite RDT not being connected, does the rest of it still work? I turned the deck tracker off because it was annoying me, but I didn't have the deck tracker on for the streams the other day. So I was like, is it not working at all? I don't actually understand the details fully on how their extension handles itself. Sure, I understand you're getting a not connected because I have the deck tracker off, but does the rest of the extension work? Because again, that thing not being connected, it wasn't done yesterday or the day before, and people said it was fine. Well, the game's not currently playing, so... I think we're fine with all these. We go 1 drop, 2 drop, etc.
I have my orders.
Not working. Alright. That's really annoying. I'm gonna have to figure that out. The deck tracker is super obnoxious. Okay, it looks like it's not gonna work for this match now.
Push back the darkness.
So I'll have to try it again in a second. When I had it, I didn't have that installed yesterday, and people said the extension was working. And then I unloaded it today. Yeah, Stream Decker's still loaded, but that shouldn't impact anything.
No entry.
Looking grim.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to have that thing loaded. I'll have to look at the settings and see if I can disable a bunch of stuff in it, because it's super obnoxious. But it's like 6 different things to my game screen overlay, none of which I need. That's so weird, because, like, the thing I turned off to get that not connected message was something I didn't have installed yesterday. Fizz and Twisted Fate, Abe.
New recruit reporting in.
Yes, yeah, your game board determines what music you hear.
Wiser.
Let's see if they have that deal 1 to 3 random things card here or not. Yeah, I agree, the Drunk Owl. That was one of the things that Mythgard did really well. The fact that their Twitch overlay was just built directly into their client, and you literally just went into the settings and hit a checkbox is just, like, really good. I think I'm just gonna open attacks here. I guess I could deploy these. I'm gonna play this and then attack, and the reason why I'm just playing this out as opposed to this as well is this will let me bank. This will let me bank 3 mana here. So that way I can Unyielding Burst something next turn.
Charge?
Actually, now that they've done that, do I Bright Steel Protector or give this a barrier to kill this? Yeah, I think that's actually the play now.
You're covered.
So we'll barrier our Challenger unit here.
My steel is yours.
This has Quick Attack, but again, Quick Attack only works when attacking. It doesn't save them on the draw. Morning, Patreon. Okay, so they had a combat trick there, so they get to keep their thing. I'm Fizz!
Reporting in?
Yeah, you don't want to cross me.
When summoned, create a warning shot. A sweet one. Morning barcode.
Looks like trouble.
Yeah, the go wide plan here is definitely seems to work well. Hey, open on attacks here. Drag this out in front of him.
Behind ya.
We've got Unyielding Spirit here queued up.
No fear.
Yeah, this is basically the equivalent of, like, Weenie Aggro for Magic, Marty. Wait, are you dead?
Ever consider a henching career?
Trying to figure out how they want to block here. Huh? They're still dead, right? 3-6. They forgot about the damage in the middle from this trigger. Good to put the Challenger at the end in case they have a lifesteal combat trick. It's a good thought. There's somewhere that shows the deck list I've been playing. Yeah, I've got a exclamation point RT decks. We'll get you a link to the decks that I've played in the past. The visuals of this game are incredibly well done. It is easily the most gorgeous digital card game I've ever played. For the love of God, chat, I understand how the interface works. I understand that there's an eye in the middle. I love you. I know you're trying to be helpful, but stop repeating the same things. You know, I know I'm still learning the card pull, but I understand how the client works. If we get a chance, I will demonstrate the eye for people at home. It's a good idea to demonstrate it, I agree. Unyielding Spirit is an easy mulligan in the opener. This is probably fine. Trade an 8-drop for a 6-drop. That's fantastic. Love to see it.
Nothing like the stink of blood and sweat.
Huh?
Just need a second.
Legend of Runeterra is like eating at a fancy restaurant for me. Oh, did the deck tracker not work? Oh, I wonder if I need to restart Runeterra after I enable the deck tracker. That might be the case. Yeah, that might be it. Okay, I thought it would take effect after if I loaded it and then okay, restart client. We'll restart the Runeterra client after this and see if that works. That's true. Never having to restart my client because it's a laggy piece of garbage is nice. Asarek, thank you for the 7 months. I appreciate it.
I'm one of the good guys. But
Welcome
not
back.
that good.
Thank you, mods, for the eyeball command. I appreciate you.
Carve a path.
The dead don't need riches.
Huh. Am I okay with this trade? Probably not.
Mwah.
I think I'm gonna go Feather into Reckless, and then we can attack and hook this.
You don't want to cross me.
Oh, it deals 1 to battling enemies too. Okay, sure.
For the hand.
So this gains Challenger when I play another thing.
The finest battlecaster in Noxus steps up.
So we get to hook this down here, because this is going to give this an extra attack. Weasel trade. Again, this is client's bugged at the moment. This card disappears when its trigger happens for some reason.
Ever consider a henching career?
I think I'm solidly into double-digit amount of hours played at this point.
That's a yikes.
Boys?
I'll be damned.
Yeah, this deck seems super reasonable so far. We are killing people very quickly. Seems like a good ladder deck. That's fantastic. We also have Sorthia here for next turn.
Soldiers, to me.
So we have to like play this, and then we can Sorthia, give them Fearsome next turn.
Guide us.
Scout. And a random 1-cost follower on granted Scout, sure.
No one's the wiser.
This is our way.
To pump up the jam here. I'm just gonna take 2 here. Nah, I'm gonna block here, because otherwise this gets to attack again, because of a Scout. If I don't block, I'm like setting up to take 4.
Blessed is Mosha.
We're just taking 3 here. Surf the wave. Thanks for the happy hour. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around.
in a long path.
So
today.
fearsome means my units can't be blocked except by things with 3 or more power. So if they don't have a way to impact the board here, they're going to be pretty dead. We get a chance to play 1 unit out.
Fight for your lives. Carved from the savage cold.
Frostbite, invulnerable. Frostbite all enemies. Because frostbite means it can't attack, right? Oh, I can still attack?
Don't hold back.
Okay, so they're still dead, right? Because it still attacks against fearsome.
Prove your worth.
Oh, they have warning shot. Wow, that's good.
For Demacia.
This gets to frostbite everything the first time it happens each round. Okay.
Safety will cost you.
So this, like, these warning shots are basically just straight up fogs now at this point, right? It's really good.
New recruit reporting in.
I think we're dead.
This is our way.
Akatur, thanks for the 24 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
I won't back down.
Oh!
I'm playing Runeterra a lot, and it's great. Thanks for 17 months, Frankie. Me too.
Stand and fight.
Seize the opportunity.
Meet them head on.
Timing is everything.
Avenge me.
Damn it. I will fight like a proud Demacian and die like a stubborn Demacian.
Yeah, I need to restart the client for the deck tracker to work. Actually, I think we're just dead because of the. Should surrender first before I exit game, probably.
Demacia does not forget, and neither do I.
Let's restart the client here. Let's see if that works. All right.
Give me the stuff. Stuff make happy.
Yeah, I mean, you're not new Vortal. Like, assuming my opponent has a brain in their head, I lose that game. So, rather than playing to outs of them being idiots, I'd rather just move on.
Push back the darkness.
I think I'm only attacking with this for now. I don't really want to run this into this and have it just get eaten. Although I guess if it gets eaten, I'll get to start leveling this up. But I think I'd rather wait to get an extra trigger from the Battlecaster for next turn. Maybe this attack is bad because the deep deck often plays the drain one from a hero and get a Spiderling, which wouldn't be great for us. No blocks here on this, I think, because again, quick attack is only on attack, so we don't get to first strike anything down when blocking.
Who's ready to reckon?
Yeah, and there's the Vile Feast that I was talking about.
Failed.
I'll write my own story.
That's not bad. I think I'd rather deploy Senna than the Reckless.
Sentinels of light don't fear the dark.
The Blessed Isles live through me.
This is a rough matchup in general. Can you explain why? Because the opponent's deck doesn't tend to have a ton of early plays, and sometimes their hand's just going to get clunked up with all their top ends. So I would think on average this matchup's probably okay for an aggressive deck. If the opponent's archetype is good against aggressive decks, it's probably just pretty unbeatable. Which, I guess the deep deck is pretty good in general, but...
That's a yikes.
Damn it.
Although I suppose Maokai here is probably one of their best cards to open on against us. It's gonna let them generate hooks. Yeah, I suppose with this on 4, we're probably just dead here. They're gonna hit the deep pretty soon here.
Nothing can stop me.
This gets to hook this. We at least get to save it with Radiant Strike. And then I'm gonna go ahead and trade these here, so that way this can't trade with my 3-1 next turn.
Reporting in.
What does the deep deck have a bad matchup against then? If it's good against Aggro, I feel like it must be good against basically everything.
Carve a path.
Is it bad against the control deck? This game seems very done. It struggles against the control decks. Okay. It's a fair assessment. Oh, I should have let on. I didn't realize I was on the play. I should have let on this because it would have attacked for one more, obviously. I was thinking I want to make sure this gets Challenger, but on the play I should have gotten the extra point of damage here.
No one's the wiser.
Nothing can stop me.
It might be right to, like, go 1-drop plus this, so that way I could, like, get through the spider without losing unit, but hitting them with the 5/4 here seems like it has a lot of upside.
Packed him good.
Cut him down.
This exchange seems fine. So they traded and they fogged us, so they're buying time. Next turn we'll get to play the standard back on the menu after the bans are in effect. No. Standard's gonna be more of the same. I don't expect standard to be fun with their changes. I think Standard is incredibly likely to continue to be a crap show in Magic the Gathering.
Something for all of you.
I think we're just gonna go Battlecaster plus Elite here, and then we'll open on attacks next turn. How do you feel about the suspension in Historic, Optimistic, or not? I think it's fine.
Reporting in.
I think it's like neutral at best.
All or nothing.
Not blocking here because it says quick attack.
I'll do my best.
Behind ya.
Hey, Zero Sin, thanks for the 15 months. Welcome back. I think if anything, I think Historic was fine before the changes. I think the changes probably make Historic a little bit better because I think the types of decks that are good against Winota were bad against the Agent of Treachery decks. So Agent of Treachery getting banned will make Winota worse in a roundabout way, even though Winota wasn't playing that card in Historic, if that makes sense.
A Demacian soldier is worth 10 foes.
Oh, did.
So soon.
We had a good run to start with this, but these last few games have not felt close. Our opponents have picked us apart. All you're hearing is Grixis is now playable. There is a Grixis deck in the proven section on my website, and there is a Grixis control deck that we played a couple of times in Historic that's super reasonable.
I rarely forget and never forgive.
That's why we respect you, Captain.
Discipline and steel.
I'm actually here.
I'll show him pain.
Alright, well, we'll do this, and then we'll 4 Decima here, and if they don't have something to sweep the board, we might have a shot here. Yeah, it just did. How many champions are League of Legends are all of the cards this game? No, people have said there's nowhere near all the champions yet. Hey, Scottoria, thank you for the 3rd of the year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. The stupid deck tracker. The stupid deck tracker keeps playing an ad every time one of my games starts on my screen. And I paid them $3, so there's not supposed to be ads on my account, but apparently it didn't work, so I'm gonna have to open a support ticket with the company that makes it.
Reporting in?
I'll write my own story.
He needed the relog to get the ads to go away. $3 a month.
They got past me.
With quiet steps, the dragon approaches.
If you're asking about Legends of Runeterra in general, you have to download a PC client. It's not browser based.
Behind ya.
You act, but do not see.
Okay, well, we're gonna get to do that next turn. This is whenever you target an enemy as it gets bigger, when it hits our nexus, they get a fleeting strike. So yeah, the deck we're currently playing doesn't really leverage spell mana well, because it's mostly units, but the spell mana mechanic in general really solves a lot of the tempo issues Magic the Gathering has in other card games like this.
Nothing gets between me and my mark.
Okay, so these have the Scout ability on them, which means they get to attack twice basically in the turn. So we'll open on attacks with my Scouts here. Is it crazy to unyielding spirit this? This is like what lets me kill all their stuff, right? Opponent can see response.
We're safe. For now.
Whoever suggested relogging would fix the ad problem with the deck tracker, that did not work. So I'll have to open a support ticket with them.
I'm actually here.
Just like a 2-1 fearsome.
New recruit reporting in.
Reporting in?
I have my orders.
Well,
I'll do better this
I
time.
bet we're gonna trade boards here. Yeah, the monetization on this game is really well done. Not only is the card monetization not predatory, like most card games are super predatory with their loot boxes, but you can buy game boards, you can buy different pets, like a adorable rainbow poro here. You can buy custom emoticons and configure different emoticons for different decks. Basically everything about those details are like really, really well done. Am I enjoying this one so far? No, I think I'm probably going to be done after this set. This deck seems kind of mediocre. Like, this deck is, and I mean this in the least praising way possible, this deck feels like the closest thing I've played to a Magic the Gathering deck in Runeterra, in that it doesn't feel like my games have had a lot of meaningful choices, and I've either killed them or gotten killed without a lot of in-between. It's felt like a Magic the Gathering deck in that there hasn't felt like a ton of player agency in the games I've won or lost.
Sentinels of light don't fear the dark.
Coming in hot! Show them our metal!
Ready.
Sure about that?
Lethal trade, this does 2 to my thing.
My time has come. My first big mission.
The main game has predatory sales, so they don't need here. Can you explain how League of Legends has predatory sales model? Because my understanding is that League of Legends is largely monetized through cosmetics, and cosmetics can't really be predatory because they're completely optional. So can you articulate yourself? It doesn't. I don't think you understand what you're talking about.
I hope this works.
League is funded entirely by cosmetics. Yeah. Yeah, if that's the case, it's the farthest thing from predatory possible. The cosmetics are loot box. That's fine. I think my statement stands that that's pretty far from predatory.
Who's ready to reckon?
Soldiers, to me!
War Mason, reporting for duty. For the glory of Noxus.
Yikes. So we're at 2. Probably dead. I assume that wave means they drew a burn spell. Hey, kill me.
Let's make a deal.
Yeah, those are lethal. Yeah, I'm gonna be done with this one. This is the first of the various Legends of Runeterra decks we've played so far that has felt pretty mediocre. I unfortunately I'm not familiar with the card pool of this game enough to really make specific suggestions or recommendations, but as far as potentially improving this, but as far as power level goes, I felt like what I was doing didn't really seem good enough. There were some games where like our draws really came together and we got to run the opponent down, but those games felt like the exception more than the rule. Honestly, one of the big issues I felt like I had with this deck was the fact that we weren't really using our spell mana was an issue. So like it felt like one of the better benefits of the resource system, this deck really isn't really able to take advantage of it. Yeah, the deck editor leaves a lot to be desired. Unfortunately, as far as showing what the deck is and talking about it in the deck editor in the game leaves a lot to be desired. The only thing I really have negative feedback to give on regarding Legends of Runeterra is definitely related to the deck editor. It's pretty clunky and awkward overall, and like if I could, I would really like a pile view. Like, if I could look at my curve like this, like we do in Magic, and, like, see the cards in the piles, like actually, the deck editor site actually does what I wish we could do. So, like, it would be nice if I could look at my deck like this in the Legends of Runeterra deck editor. So this is ideally what I would like to be able to look at my deck as visually. Being able to look at, okay, there's 14 ones, there's 9 2s, 3 8s, like this is great. Ideally, it would go wider in the deck editor, like I would want it across the entire bottom of the screen, but this is something that I would like to see. All right. We're going to play at least one more deck today. We're going to play some more of the Fizz deck. Some more of the Fizz deck that we played yesterday. I'm going to quick ad roll while I get set up for that. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere. I like the Fizz deck more than the Teemo deck. We also didn't play the Teemo deck a ton, though.